Yo.
Hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
What's up? I'm Charles Post with Scarline Game. How's it going?
I'm chilling, not doing too much.
Good, good. So I just got maybe 6 or 7 questions for you if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So to start off, I want to talk about obviously you had offers from Florida, Georgia, UNC, Notre Dame, Penn State, many others. And then you decided to commit to Ohio State in early November. What separated Ohio State from the other schools that I mentioned? And then why did you decide to announce it last month?
Okay, so the reason Ohio State kind of was ahead of all of them was basically I had a mental checkbox of what I wanted to what I wanted out of a college, and there were a few schools that I had that checked most of them, or checked a few that were like they checked them, but not to the level that Ohio State checked them at, and Ohio State checked every single one of them, from academics to life after football to during football, preparing you for the NFL, um, how they conducted themselves so professionally, but also they have really good personalities, and the coaching staff, they're all cool, and they're really good coaches, and just the overall success of the program. I mean, I couldn't say no to all they had to offer.
Yeah. So I saw that you and another Buckeyes tight end commit, Bennett Christian, have become friends during this whole process. I talked to Bennett recently, and he mentioned how that obviously how talented that 2022 recruiting class is, and how he expects it to be special. You guys made it official earlier this week with the number one class in the country. To you, what makes that 2022 class special, and why are you so proud to be a part of it?
Well, I'm proud to be a part of it just because the type of caliber athletes that they've already had commit, and to be around those type of players is it's really cool to join a class that's already so good, and in my opinion is going to get even better. And I don't know I don't know if it's going to be better is statistics and stars and everything, and that wise I don't know how much better, if at all, it's going to be the 21 class, but I mean, I think it'll be just as good, if not better. I don't really see us going number two or number three. I feel like we'll probably go number one just because of what we've already done, and the type of people that we have committed, doing so much recruiting, like Desan and CJ Bennett. All those people, they're really good recruiters as recruits, to bring in like other athletes and other high caliber players. So I think we're just going to get any better. And yeah, it's just an honor to be able to be around that type of caliber recruits and commits.
Yeah. So in your high school career, you've seen a lot of team and individual success. Before you step on the campus in Columbus, in a couple of years, what are your goals?
Before I step on the campus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we in North Carolina, we didn't play football this fall, so we'll start next February.
Okay.
I can't really see us losing any. So I'm hoping for another state championship. We won last year my sophomore year, and I don't see any team that could really beat us in the conference and all the leagues we're playing in. So I feel like we'll win another state championship. My senior year, we're going to be bumped up to one division, or 1A, or not 1A. We're going to go to 2A. We are 1A now, and that's basically just one higher division. It's going to be a lot more challenging, I feel like, in the playoff runs, but I think we're probably going to – I want to beat, like, specific teams. Like, I hope we play this team Shelby. My goal is to beat them if we play them. I hope to be in the position to play them, and I want to beat them. And, I mean, I feel like we could get back to the 2A state championship. It would be a lot tougher. We'd have to beat teams like Reidsville and, like I said, Shelby. But, yeah, I feel like we can make a deep run my senior year, because we'll be kind of underdogs that year. We're losing a lot of good players, and my goal is to go have a really good season as an underdog too. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned being in those big type of games and having a lot of success. How do you think having both those and being in a program right now that already has so much talent on it, and I think there's another D1 commit on your team too. Can you talk about how you'll be able to use that to translate to Ohio State?
Yeah, we all complement each other, and we all hold each other accountable, and we're working hard every single day. My friends will I'll plan on it already, but my friends will, before I even mention it to them, they'll be texting me, telling me to go to the field, ask when we're going, ask when we're putting work, ask when the weight room's open. They all want to work, and not we lost a lot of really high athletes and high talent athletes that this past year that went to North Carolina, NC State, and all the teams But with the people we have now, they're really hardworking and they're relentless. And I feel like when we play teams like that, we won't beat them with like as much as athleticism and speed that we had. We'll basically just like beat them in the ground and they'll get tired of us, and we'll wear them down that way. But yeah, we have really hardworking players right now, and we all complement each other with our game styles and how we're going to run the offense this year. So we'll definitely be real successful with the type of people we have on the team this year and next.
For sure. And then jumping back to Ohio State, so the Buckeyes play Northwestern, I'm sure, as you know, in the Big Ten title game this Saturday at noon. What did you think of the Big Ten changing their rules to allow the Buckeyes to play in that game? And then what do you think is going to happen on Saturday?
I think it's basically the first big good decision the Big Ten's made throughout this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
It was the right decision because nobody in the Big Ten is better than Ohio State. So for them to change that rule, it's the right one. You wouldn't have a 2-3 Penn State team playing in the Big Ten championship just because they played in a number of games. But yeah, I'm glad they made it. And what was your other question? Do you have another question after that?
Yeah, just what do you expect to happen against Northwestern?
Honestly, I haven't seen Northwestern play a lot this year. I saw them play against Michigan State, and I think Ohio State will do whatever they want with them.
Yeah,
they'll beat them bad.
Yeah, I think they're favored by 20.5 points. So, I
think it'll be more than that.
But if Ohio State does win that game, they'll win their fourth straight Big Ten championship. And we're just assuming that they'll advance to the college football playoff and play somebody like Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame. If they were to play one of those teams I just mentioned, how do you think that game would shake out? And then also, why do you think this Ohio State team has what it takes to win a national championship?
It'll be really interesting to see who they play. And I mean, obviously, I think they have the potential to beat whoever they play, whether it be Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame. Yeah, they have like the talent. I mean, people look down on them because they haven't played a lot, but that's not their fault. I mean, when they have played, they've showed that they're one of the best, if not the best team in the country. I mean, when the weeks they don't play, they're still practicing really hard. I talk to the coaches a lot, and they go over practices, and they prepare for every week like they have a game that Saturday, even if they don't. So they're going to stay prepared. They're going to be prepared for whoever they play. And if they play Clemson, man, it'll be really fun to watch a rematch. And I think Ohio State probably beat them by 2 touchdowns just because of how mad they'll be and the passion of play they'll play with when they play Clemson. And the reason I think they have a really good shot of winning a national championship this year is they have so many weapons. Like you have a truck for a running back in Master Teague, and you have extremely good weapons on the outside and the slots with Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson and their tight ends Farrell and Ruckert, which are really good weapons when they need to be. I mean, you really have to prepare for everything with them. And with teams like Clemson and Alabama, their defenses are good, but it puts them in a bind a lot of the times because they don't really – if they zero in on one player, another player will beat them. And if they spread it out, they're going to find a mismatch. So I feel like that's a really good reason that I think Ohio State probably will win it all.
Sure. One last question before we get out of here. I just wanted to ask you, who is the tight end that you think your game resembles the most and why?
I haven't really thought about this. I watch a lot of I'm not going to say I'm like my athletic or my ability is like George Kittle, but I guess my game would kind of try to be like him because, he's a good sized dude. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the biggest dude. He's not the tallest. He's not the thickest, but the amount of passion that he plays with is the reason that he can block those 6'4", 285-pound defensive ends coming screaming off the edge. He's really technically sound, like he's really good. And I watch a ton of videos of him, and I try to imitate the drills he does to perfect his craft, like whether it's blocking drills, pass pro drills, route running. I'll watch like a 15-minute video every single day of him, just how he does things and how he sees coverages over the field. So I guess I try to learn from George Kittle the most, and I feel like I guess you could relate my game or his game to me the most just because like how fast I play and how hard I try to play no matter what, like, because a lot of people say I'm undersized and 6'4", 230 or whatever. But I mean, like, I don't really care about that because, I mean, film speaks for itself. So, yeah, I guess George Kittle to answer your question.
Yeah, that's a great player to design your game after. But I really appreciate it. Good luck with everything, and I look forward to seeing you on the field. And happy holidays, man.
Yeah, man, no problem. Merry Christmas.